with my little greenhouse herbology classroom kit. So this is the kit that we are still working on. It is, as you can see, it comes in like a little glass container, and we're making all these little bits to create the Harry Potter herbology classroom. We've gotten this far so far. So we have our little desk with all our little potions and some plants. We've got some little books, and this is like the cutest little thing. It's a book with a little thestral on it. And then last time we have like a stack of letters and papers here. And then we also made all of these little plants. So we've got this guy, and these are all now dry and ready to use. We've got more little plants. We've got our little plants with flowers on them, and our like bush thing that we put together. And so yeah, I'm just gonna jump into it, to the next steps. Chat in, say hi. Let me know what you guys are up to this weekend, any fun plans you got. And I'm just gonna work on this and hang out with y'all. And oh, before I forget, so the link to this kit is in the description. I got it from AliExpress, and there are coupon codes in the description as well, because I am always one to never pay full price for anything, so definitely take advantage of that. But otherwise, I'm gonna jump in. I need to remember where I know we were making plants before. And so I think we are continuing to make plants. Yeah, so we finished with these guys. So those were the ones, these were these blue guys up here. So we finished those up. And now we are on to this one. And it looks like we need these plants here. These pink flowers. There we go. Oh, that's so weird. There's like a fuzz on him. I don't know if that's intentional. It must be, because like there is some like white on that. That's so weird. It's like, I don't know if it's like a flocking powder or something. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's like all over it. It definitely seems intentional. So maybe it's like supposed to be snow or something like that. I don't know. But it wants us to cut it, looks like at the base. So it looks like we're doing just cutting them separate, just to separate them. Just gonna pop these guys off. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I am dropping everything here. Hello, hello, Shadow Milk Cookie, Metal Bro. I don't know what we're going with there. Hello, welcome. Roddy, welcome. Pessy, welcome. Hello, hello. What is my favorite DreamWorks movie? Okay, so I just watched all 3 How to Train Your Dragon movies in anticipation of the live action. So off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with How to Train Your Dragon. I still have not watched the new one, the live action one. So if y'all have seen it, like let me know if you liked it. How did it compare? I have not seen any reviews for it. But yeah, we watched all 3 movies like back to back, 3 days, and in anticipation of actually going and seeing the movie, and never actually did. So I live here in Nashville, and there's a drive-in theater nearby that I like to go to. And because of summer, it's not dark until super late. And so the movie doesn't start till like 8:45, and it's like an hour away. And I'm like, I don't want to drive all that way. Like, and have to come back at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So yeah, we didn't end up seeing it. So we'll see it when it comes out later. So, womp. Have I watched DreamWorks? No, I haven't. I haven't even heard of that. No. And I am iOS. Yeah, I'm iOS. I'm trying to think, what are their DreamWorks movies? Now I'm, of course, blanking on DreamWorks. I'm trying to think, is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs DreamWorks? Oh, and then Shrek, obviously. Absolutely love Shrek. Love it. I might even like Shrek 2 more. I don't know. Yeah, big fan. Okay, let me get these guys cut off here. I don't know where it wants me to cut it off. What? Oh, interesting. So it's having me use like this middle section. So it looks like it cuts the top flower off. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like we're just taking top and the bottom part and then, yeah. Okay. So I think we're clipping off this top section here. Maybe down here. Let's see. Clip it. Woo! That went flying. Clipping that off. Then I think we're using this middle part for something else. I may have cut too far. It's probably fine. And then I'm thinking we'll do this. Yeah, I think I may have cut slightly too far off. That's okay. And then, but what's interesting, this one doesn't even have stuff on top. So I don't know. Let's cut just like this little itty bitty bit off the top. And then we'll cut down to here. Let's see. I feel like these plant ones are a little more confusing somehow for me. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so I'm also, looking at the chat right now, I think it's doing the whole leaderboard thing, which I have not seen yet. So this is the first time I've been live since this whole leaderboard thing has come out. So honestly, y'all might be more familiar with it than I am. So I can see like who is like number 1, number 2, but I don't even know because it's showing 2 people as number 1. And then Shadow, you're listed as number 1 and number 2. So I don't understand how this is working. But that's apparently a thing. So now leaderboard in chat is like a thing. Haven't figured it out though. But again, you guys might understand it better than I am. All I've seen is like, there's this leaderboard thing in live streaming now. I don't know. You'll figure it out with me. Ooh, getting text while on stream here. Okay, cutting this guy off. We are gonna go here, maybe? Gonna cut that. Tim, what am I making? So I'm making this cute little Herbology greenhouse. It's in this little kit. So this is what it's gonna end up looking like. And I'm actually, let's see what plants am I currently making. I don't even know. Maybe it's these plants down here? Yeah, I'm thinking it's these plants down here that we're making. So I don't even know why it's having me cut the stems off. So, I don't know. But we do need the little puff balls. So I'll do, now let's do this. They have it listed in such weird order. So I'm doing this, and now I'm gonna go here. So we need A123, which is these guys. We need 3 of those. Ooh, Joker, come here. My dog is barking away at the neighbors. Joker, come here. Come here, bub. Come here, relax. Okay. Now I'm debating whether to actually do this part or not. Because last time I did these little flowers, it was like a similar process. These are at least bigger. But it wants me, I might be able to. It wants me to cut them. I'll try it for 1. But it had me do it with these tiny flowers last time. And I cut it and it just like completely got destroyed. So, but this is obviously a much bigger piece of paper. So it might be fine. And we'll give it a little bit more shape. Let's see. Whoop, see there, I cut pretty far. Maybe that's the issue, is I'm cutting way too far in. So let's try and not cut as far this time. And did I get all of them? Yes, okay. And I'm supposed to bend these up a little bit to give it some shape. Oop. And then we are supposed to take, okay, that looks cute. Okay, I'm gonna do that to all of these. We're gonna assembly line this. and do them all at the same time. And then I will go through and add the petals to each one. Ooh. Anyone have any fun weekend plans? I don't really have much going on this weekend. I am hanging out with a friend, so that's just who texted me. I am supposed to hang out with her later today, so I might be grabbing some dinner with some friends this evening. So that'll be cool. But other than that, I don't really have much going on. And so I'm just hanging out with y'all, making this little kit. Oh my gosh, it is so hard to get just like the little edges. But we made it through. We've got all these cut. Let's try, woo! Try to give it some shape. And there we go. Okay, now it wants us to put these petals on, and these are the tiniest stinking things. Oh no, okay, wait, those are super tiny. Okay, these are better. See, those were from last time, and I'm like, I cannot physically glue that. It is so tiny. Like, I know we're working small, and that's the point, but this is so, so small. Tim, where are my fingernails? Valid question. Valid question. Yeah, so I am notorious for biting my nails, as you can see. Like my, yeah, non-existent nails. Yeah. Which is great because working with my hands. I mean, it's like my fingers are gonna break anyways, so every now and then I'll grow them long, and then doing crafts, it's like dye, dirt, other stuff just gets under my nails. I don't know how other crafters who like film themselves do this with nice nails. It baffles me. So yeah, I'm a huge nail biter to answer that question. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That where are my fingernails? I feel that way sometimes. So like opening cans, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for me sometimes, lack of fingernails. All right, let's try and get this guy on. I don't know if there is, oh, it kind of looks like it. I was trying to see if there's a direction that it's supposed to go, but it looks like it's darker. I don't know if y'all can see that. It looks like it's darker on one side than the other. Like there's a little more color on that side, so I think that's the side that goes in. So let's try and get this glue to not be so spilly everywhere. Let me see, I have it on some cardboard so it doesn't leak onto my table. And now, I think it just goes in the middle. Looks like we're doing 3 of these. I don't know how it's supposed to stay like upright though. Maybe just like through all of them together, they'll kind of overlap onto each other. Here's one. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm gonna call you A. So hey A, welcome. Thanks for joining. Let's try and get this third one. Yeah, I mean, you can see the glue is already just leaking everywhere. It is the runniest glue, not even squeezing the darn thing. And it just goes everywhere. Woo, that was a ton. Yeah, and this is where we start getting glue all over my hands. Awesome. Which one am I working on? There's one. Will I be able to keep holding it? Let's see, let's see. Can she get it on? The glue is just sticking to me. Ah! No, no. There we go. Yeah, so imagine me trying to do that even tinier. Like, this is impossible as is. I don't know if y'all would join me last time trying to make these petals work on the even tinier flower, but it was not happening. And the whole point of these is to like enjoy the process, have some patience. And this is definitely testing that patience with me. There we go. So with the other flowers last time, I just ended up giving up. That was my solution. I was like, nah, we're not putting these little petals on. And I also don't have steady hands, so that doesn't help the situation. Okay. I think we've got it. We got it. They are at least on. I don't know how nice that looks necessarily. I think it wants me to like curve them up. So I'm actually I'll let this one dry and then I will do the others. There is hair all over the place. Story of my life. And I will try doing the other ones while that dries, and then maybe we can form the petals on top. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I think it's over 90 degrees here today, so really need to remember to drink water. Because I feel like I definitely have not been doing a good job of that lately. I'm in the ceramic studio, not most mornings, but probably a couple times a week. Excuse me. And yesterday, so it's in a huge warehouse, so I work out of a maker space, and it's a massive warehouse, so AC isn't really like a thing. Like there are some rooms that do have it, and it like kind of spreads to the main area, but otherwise there are just like a bunch of fans everywhere, and I even bring my own little portable fan with me. And I literally wear gym clothes to ceramics because I end up just pouring in sweat, and it's always funny leaving, so it's like I look like I went to the gym when in fact nope, I have just been sitting on my butt making ceramics and glazing and stuff, but I am just like pouring in sweat. And a friend of mine there, we were joking about like how gross we looked, and he's like, yeah, it's like 92 in here, and I was shocked. It was hotter inside than it was outside. I'm like, cool. I've been sitting here in 92 degree weather for like 4 hours. Awesome. Didn't even realize it, and like hadn't drank that much water. And I'm like, huh, like no wonder I have headaches each night. Yeah, that could be why. So now I'm making more of an effort to drink water. So if it's been a hot minute and you haven't seen me drink water, please remind me. Because I am trying to fix that habit, because I just get enthralled in what I'm doing and just forget until later that night I get a headache. I'm like, what? That's so weird. I don't know how that could happen. Ooh, that one turned out nice. Excuse me. As you can see, like clearly my throat is dry. Ooh, there we go. Grabbing more water. Here we go. Amen, Tim. Do you also do ceramics? Let me know. I'm still pretty new to it. I took a class probably this time last summer, almost to the day. And like a wheel throwing beginner class, and absolutely loved it. And then found that there's a makerspace here that includes like the firing and includes glazes and everything, and so that's been really nice. So I took that one class, and then I'm kind of just like learning on my own after that. Oh, actually I don't know why I'm saying that. I did take a mug making class. That was a lot of fun. And then I tried signing up for like a stamp making class to like make your own stamps to be able to use within the clay. but there apparently weren't many signups because they like canceled it the day before it was supposed to happen. So I was pretty bummed about that. But now I've just like tried making my own stamps, and actually I filmed that this past week. So eventually that'll go live. I had a whole vision one night of, I just glued this petal directly onto the other petal. Here we go. Let's try and move that. I had a vision of like, not like a vision, an epiphany of like, I'm making all these like normal mugs and stuff and like simple designs. And I'm like, you know what? Like, that's not really me. Like, I'm more whimsical. And so I was like, oh my gosh, how have I not done this yet? How have I not been making molds of candy? And so I started making molds of different candies this past week. And I actually just put some of them on the shelf for the first firing so that I'll be able to make, hopefully, little like Swedish fish and stuff. I did some Sour Patch Kids. And now I'm like on the hunt. I did gummy bears. So now I'm like on the hunt for other little candy to see if I can make them into molds. I don't know if it's worked, but like the molds look like they came out. So I don't see why it wouldn't work, but we will see. But I think that would be so cute to just have like a mug covered in candy and have that be the design of the mug. And then I also did like some, my goodness, I am really struggling getting this guy in the right position. I did some Twizzlers, and I made a mold of some Twizzlers, which could be like cool on its own. Like, I'm wondering if even like stacking up, let's get this off me, stacking up the Twizzlers like all next to each other and like making a mug or a bowl like that might be cool. Another thing I could do is like use it as a handle. So I have a bunch of ideas flowing for that. And so I can make my ceramics even more whimsical and more true to my style. Which is always funny because it's interesting seeing everyone's different styles, especially like in a community space. You have people who are like super into crisp lines. Like the friend there that goes at the same time I do, his stuff is so beautiful and it's like crisp lines, very simple, solid color, like he just glazes in clear, maybe black, like a matte black, and that's about it. And so it's like really simple, crisp stuff. And then you have other people that like go super abstract, and sort of others that split the difference. And yeah, so I think it's neat to see everyone's different styles and like get inspired by them. Like I saw someone did a fortune cookie. They made just like a ceramic fortune cookie, and it came out really cool. I just saw that it came out of the glaze firing, and it's really pretty. Very impressive. Yeah, Tim's definitely sticking with it for sure. I've really been enjoying it. My struggle is more like, what do I make? Like, I don't know what to make. Like, do I make a bowl? Do I make a mug? Like, I don't really know. Thankfully, my husband at least had an idea. He's normally not helpful when it comes to these kinds of things. He's like, make whatever you want. I'm like, no, give me ideas. That's not helpful. But he did have an idea last time, or like last week, 2 weeks ago. And he's like, you know what, we should have some ramen bowls. Like ones that can fit a pack of ramen at the bottom. I'm like, oh, that's actually a really good idea. So that's what I did. I made a few ramen bowls, and those are currently in the kiln. Actually, one came out of the kiln, but I'm hopefully going to see how those turned out next week when I go in. Oh, I was supposed to curve these. I don't know if that's going to happen. We're just going to put that puffball in there. Yeah, so made some ramen bowls, so that's cool. So that we can actually use those, because that's my problem, is I make all this stuff and then they just sit on my shelf, or I try to offload them onto friends, which is helpful. Like I just gave a friend a oh my gosh, what's like planter, that's the word. I was like, what's the thing for plants that you put stuff in? Planter. I had made a little planter, and he has a bunch of indoor plants, and so I gave that to him. So it's nice to like be able to offload stuff onto people, but we still have like 20 bucks and I don't know what to do with. Like, we don't even drink that much coffee or anything that require like tea. I do want to drink. I do really like tea, so I want to drink more tea, but we're not big hot beverage drinkers. We just have a ton of mugs in the house. So need more stuff that I can actually use. So I liked the ramen bowl idea, especially with the concept of like being, so I like measured it and everything. I think it was like 5 inches or something, like a ramen square, like a packet of the square ramens are, I think it was like 4.5 by 5, something like that. So I was like measuring it to make sure it fit. So it's at the bottom. So when you pour water on it, it's not like at the top of the bowl and the water is all at the bottom to help cook it. So I really liked that idea. But now I'm like, cool, I made those, but now what? Now I need a new idea. But now I at least have this candy mold concept. So this past week, oh my gosh, that was so much glue. Dear Lord. So this past week I was making a bunch of molds out of candy, and that was way more time consuming than I thought. And then I also got a bunch of stamps. And actually, now that I think of it, it was while I was on the live last week that my husband was out and about because he was going to the dollar store, and I told him to look for stamps and stuff for me, and he got so many stamps, which was pretty cool. And he bought like a bunch of stickers and stuff that I could use for stamps, and he was the one that got me all the candy, so like all the Sour Patch Kids and gummy bears and stuff. So he definitely pulled through and got me a bunch of stuff. So last week was all mold making for all those things. Ooh, Tim, 2 white mice with light blue eyes. Cute. That's super cute. Yeah, like sculptural stuff is also something that I want to get into. Like, I see people make these really pretty, and like animals really is what it was. I'm like thinking of an octopus that I saw the other day that was just gorgeous. Woo, bumping my camera here. And yeah, they come out so nice. Where do you put them? That's really my next. I'm like, I don't know what to do with them though. Just like with everything else, I'm like, for me, it just kind of sits on a shelf, and then I don't know what to do with it from there. So is it just like you display them? Like, how do you, what do you end up doing with them? That's my ultimate question. Okay, we have our little flowers made. And now it looks like we are just putting it on the little backs. And I am looking around for where all of them flew off to. Here's one. Here's another. Oh, there they are. Okay. So those are my 3 backings. Oh, weird. This is why we're supposed to look ahead and read all the instructions first. So apparently I'm supposed to cut all these bits down and stack them. Oh, it's different flowers. Oh, okay. Okay. So one of these is going to go on this guy. So I actually may have inadvertently done this correctly with cutting them up. Okay. So this one, this big drop of glue is going on here. Just going to glob that on. And then this guy is going here. Oh, that's really cute. I love how these come together. And I find it so interesting, like how they use all these plastic bits to like deconstruct them and reuse them. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna leave that to dry. I don't wanna fuss with it too much. This glue, oh my goodness, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one there. I'll find a spot for them. Yeah, no, you would be surprised. I mean, like shelves. Yeah, they'll just end up on a shelf with everything else. Like I have one cabinet. I collect teapots, like whimsical teapots, mostly Alice in Wonderland themed. And those are all in a cabinet. And so like that's kind of been the place where things go. And like some Lego set, like even Lego sets. Like I make the Lego sets and I don't know what to do with them. And then they end up on the shelf. So Yeah. Okay, then we have, I think we're gonna go with this one. We have two options here. Those were cut the same, so it doesn't really matter. I am going to cut these down. Looks like we're using each individual bit here to break it down. I'm gonna cut this one and this one. Did a piece fly away, or is it my 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Yep, no, we're good. And then 3. I do wonder what all the white powdery stuff on it is. Get that off. Toss that over there. Okay, we are leaf 2. Why do we need to cut it though? Like, it's having me cut all the leaves off, but they're just getting reattached. So I don't see a point to do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I think we are just going to just reassemble it and just offset where it is. Yeah, like, why do I need to cut the leaf bits off? We're not gonna do that. We are modifying it. Because again, it is, I will keep repeating it, it is about the process. You do not have to follow the instructions. If you do not want to follow the instructions, this is your project. So, heck you, instructions. I'm gonna do it my way. I don't like the tedious tasks, so we are gonna do it this way and just glue them on top of each other. I might have to do these in tandem though, because that's gonna take a while to dry, and I don't want to add another layer to that. So I'm gonna just put that piece there. This I think was from the other piece. Can I put, I'm wondering if I put the next piece. No, I should have done that in a different order. Dang it. How many is it doing? 1, 2, 3? Yeah, okay, so that's getting glued onto that, and then the flower is going on top. So if I had done that in a different order, I would have had 2 pieces that I could then glue together, but I didn't do it like that, so. Womp womp. Next one is this one. Oh my gosh, look at that. We're making a little Venus flytrap. How cute is that? So it looks like we're taking the leaves, like those bottom sets of leaves, and then putting them together so that they look like a little Venus flytrap. Stick 2 leaves into the clip as photos shown. Gotta love those translations. Delightful. Complete the other clips. They're calling them clips. That's fun. So it looks like we're making 4 of them, but again, we will make however many we feel like making. Okay, so then we need to get this other one. But see, are we just ditching one of the stems? We might just be ditching one stem. Let's see. $37, 2. Okay, so one of the stems is going for that, for the mandrake. Okay, so we will grab this one. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna grab this one. And we need some number of leaves. There should be this. Okay, this has some pink still on it. So maybe we will use that. I may have cut off too much of one of them. What I might do is end up gluing them back. I might glue that onto that. And then, yeah, let's cut this. Okay, we're gonna cut this off. Then I might cut this off because I kind of want this piece still. I made it more difficult on myself. Again, this is why you should look ahead in the instructions and read all the instructions first. But it's fine, we have to make all the trap parts anyways, so it doesn't really matter to have to wait for it to dry. I'm basically just reassembling the pieces that I separated. So you're gonna put this here in some sort of fashion. Maybe. Come on. Can I turn it slightly? I mean, y'all can tell when I like start thinking about my next move because I just go silent. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Maybe if it gets off my finger. This glue, my goodness. Okay. Then we need to make our traps. So it wants us to, I guess, cut all these bits off. And those will become our little traps. Let's go ahead and cut 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully I'll find those. And 1, whoop, that went off my lap. And 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Okay, and then that piece is trash. Actually, I'm wondering, let me see if I can, so see it's like darker at the bottom here. I'm gonna readjust my lights. So it's a little more illuminated, but I might end up blocking myself in the process. Like I might block the light. Does that help? Does that do anything? Maybe? How does my chair get around it? And then move that in. Does that help at all? I don't know if that did anything, but y'all can let me know if that helped at all or didn't change it or anything. But to me, it looked like it was getting a little grayed out. At least on my end, it looked like it got a little brighter, but hopefully that helps. Okay, now assembling these traps that went somewhere. Okay, we have 1, 2, 2, 2. Everything is attached by little glue strings. And there's our 4th. There. Okay, cool. So, I wonder what would actually be the easiest way to go about this. It might be, I was thinking like gluing the traps together, but it might not. No, didn't help at all with the lights. Cool. Oh well. I tried. I might have to get like a mini lamp. So I'm working off of like big lights. I might have to get like a little lamp that goes over here because these guys are much bigger. Okay. See, I'm wondering if this will even work if I... Yeah, I'm like sliding all over myself here. I don't know if I'll get these to go together. Back to the challenges of working with tiny stuff. It is super finagly. In theory, if those, I mean, that's how I want it. If there is glue there, that'd be awesome, but see, it just constantly gets stuck to my fingers. Get off. Get off. Go on, get. There. Okay. Well, maybe. I mean, that in theory worked. So let's keep doing that. Let's add some glue. Find one of a similar size. Let's do this one. And then kind of smush them together. And then let them be. Let's do that again. It's actually working out better than I thought it would. So that's nice. Turn this one around. And sit it on top of the other. Ooh. Yeah, see, I shouldn't have. I just jinxed myself. Saying that it was working out. Nope. Come on. Oh, let's try this again. Oh, what type of glue? So it's just the glue that came with the kit. So whatever this is, I have no idea. I don't know what actually type of glue it is, but it's super elastic and gooey. Dries relatively quickly, but it is definitely not like normal, just like Elmer's PVA glue. It's got more oomph to it, but it's not like an E6000 or anything like that. It's somewhere in between. I don't know how versed you are in glues. The other day, some friends were over and one of them needed glue. And I have an entire drawer of glue, and it's always funny to me. It's like, oh, what type of glue do you need? I've got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I have so many different types of glues. And now I have this one, which will be added to my collection. It was more of like a thick, tacky glue. I mean, I will give it that. It's thicker, so it doesn't just like run everywhere. But because of that, it makes all of these strings and gets stuck to everything. But once it's adhered, it's definitely holding it, but it does this stuff. So I guess it's almost like a rubber cement in a way. There we go. Okay. We have our traps made. Now we can go back to the other one and do the flower part to it. I'm getting still more strings off my hands. Okay, so let's grab this guy, which I think was the base of this one. I don't know what that piece is. Let's hang it off. Let's snip that off. And then grab our glue again. Whoop. And then we're gonna put this on the bottom of that one and offset it a little bit. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I like that. Nice, I like it. And I have no idea if our traps are ready or not. But let's try. Well, either way, we need to find this little guy. So B23. Let's see what that guy is. B23. So we have a brown one. Ooh, you guys can't see that. Brown one and an orange one. So let's find those in our baggie of stuff. Oh, there it is, right there. Right on top. So we have both little pots there. So it wants us to use this brown one. So we will flip back to the page. Did that one, did that one. Okay, complete the others. That's this one. See, it's already dry, so that's pretty cool. Well, just about. We'll say just about dry. And now we'll glue that to this. So yeah, it's definitely helpful working in tandem. So each part a little bit separate. And then you can, yeah, so we're thinking, talking at the same time. Okay, so what I was saying is it's helpful to work on a couple of things at the same time. So you can separate the steps and then go back and forth between them. So that's what I'm doing here. So now, as that one dries, I can then work on something else on the other side of it. So if anything, I actually might go to the next step because those I just glued. So those are drying. So let's make this little mandrake. That's so cute. Okay, we need A13. What is that? I don't know if that's a physical piece or a paper piece. Is that what it is? A13. A13A. It might be a paper piece. So let's check to the back. It is indeed a paper piece. So we need to cut it out somehow, but I don't know if it's separate or what. Let's find that page. And then we need B6. Okay, so it looks like we're attaching it to a piece of wood. So let's go ahead and cut this out. Let's see if I can cut it in a way that keeps everything else intact so that the pages don't go flying everywhere. Yeah, no, we can easily do that. Let's just cut it out from here. And there we go. Look how cute is that? My little mandrake face. Oh, it's so cute. And now I have to attempt to cut this out cleanly. And what's super helpful is the way I have the camera set up is it's in my line of sight so that it gets a better angle for y'all so that you can see exactly like what I'm seeing and the angle that I'm seeing it. So I'm thinking that was probably a more helpful angle. But the downside is that it is directly in my field of view. So it makes doing all of this a little bit more tricky. So I have to like crook my neck around it to be able to see properly, which makes cutting stuff out quite difficult, as does talking while cutting stuff out. So that's a fun challenge. I'm hoping I will get better at this skill as I do more of these. Yeah, I mean, see, like there, like I just go silent. So I'm like, I need to do it correctly. There. Okay, good enough for that one. Let's get this other piece. And then we have to find, it looks like a little piece of wood that goes in between them to give it some depth. Let's get this cat out. Go around and around. I will say I don't love this part of the kit, having to actually cut stuff out. I much prefer the ones that have the punchies. So like with the flowers, it's much easier to just, like when they have it punch outable. I don't know if there's like a term for it, but we call them punchies in this house. So when there are punchies, it is much easier and I enjoy that much more, and it's so satisfying to like punch everything out. I do not love cutting these out. So that is the one downside with this kit, is having to cut all these pieces out. So different kits, different styles for each one. So it's ultimately what you prefer. Okay, we've got our little pieces of the mandrake. So let's find what was the other piece we need. B6. I'm assuming it is just a wooden piece. Yes, assembled wood. So it's somewhere in here. There it is. It's right there. If y'all can see that as well. We've got our little shape down there. So pop this guy out. There we go. There we go. And that looks like we just glue the front and back to it. Easy enough. Oh, so cute. Oh, little face. Oh, so cute. Little baby mandrake root. I got the other side of it. See, I love these details that it includes the opposite side as well. So it's like that side, no one's gonna see it, you know, it's facing forward. There's stuff behind it, but I love that they include the detail. Because again, like that's the whole point of these, is you're, especially with a kit like this, where it's just all of these details, like especially with this bookcase, it's like, we made these newspapers for it, and you wouldn't even know like what that was. But on those newspapers, there's so much detail, and like these books have actual covers, and that was what makes it so fun. And so we got our little Mandrake there. And now let's go back to our other pieces. What do we have next? I think this one. Okay, this one we're gluing this on top, so we can glue our flower on top of this. Ooh, that might not be dry. No, we're gonna leave that one. We're gonna leave that one. We can start putting on our Venus flytrap heads. I think they're called like heads. There's a bug flying around me. They call them clips, but that's just a fun translation. I wonder if that's like from snaps. Or like a trap, maybe? I don't know. I always wonder that. Like, what was the original word they were trying to translate? Yeah, I'm trying to even remember. I have a Venus flytrap. I absolutely love that little guy. She is very good at eating flies, which is nice. And I feel like I refer to... No, maybe I do just call them traps. I might call them traps. I think I say like the trap caught one, not like it. The head caught one. I think I call them traps. But I don't know if there's like a technical name for them. Woo! Again with the working small. Fun and challenging at the same time. Oh, I want to flip that one upside down. I don't love that, the look of that one. So we're gonna turn this one around, flip it over, put it back. They do provide tweezers as well, but I don't know. I have trouble using tweezers with stuff. It just, for me, I like to be able to feel what I'm working on, and I find that easier than using tweezers. Yeah, Tim, I don't know what it is. Heads, traps, I don't know. Oh, this one has the white stuff on both sides, so we get to choose. I think I'll go with the pink side, because we have two greens. So let's go with the other ones. Have it be more pink ones on the opposite sides. There. There you go. I feel like this one's kind of wonky, but hey, my Venus flytrap is pretty wonky, so I still think it's cute. There. I'll just let this guy to dry. I'm gonna see if I can get it standing. Oh, she did it. Nice. And then, yeah, I know. It is relaxing, right? Does that have a flower on it? What do we do with the other flower? It has make 3 flowers. I know we're putting one there. I feel like I'm going crazy. What? Oh, maybe one is just a flower. Okay, so one is just a flower. Okay. So you can just put that there. And then the next one, the flower goes up here. On top. Oh, it's weird. It's like the first time I'm actually squeezing the glue bottle. Are we finally at a point? No. As I said, I'm like, are we finally at a point where it's not just gonna leak everywhere? No, because obviously when I squeeze it, now the glue is at the tip and it's going to continue to just go everywhere. Okay, so we have that one. And now we can do the Mandrake, which they want us to clip this bottom one. So that one has pink on it, so I don't love that, but it is spread further, so our options are doing this bottom one. Oh, that's only one part. That's fine. You know, I think it's just wax. This white stuff. I've been trying to figure out what this stuff on the edge is. Like the white powder, and I think it honestly just might be wax. Because it is wiping off. I originally thought it was flocking powder, but now I don't think so. So let's see if I can get most of that off. Ooh! That was nice. That was a big chunk. I guess the bottom doesn't matter. That's not going to be seen. But I know it's there, so... There! Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, so now we are somehow... Oh, we need to get the orange pot here. So let's grab this orange pot, and then it looks like there's a little name that we're going to put on it. So let's find A1 3C, which might be on the same page. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and cut that out. And let's see if we can read it. It does. It says Mandrake. Can y'all see that? Let's see if I can grab my... It's not plugged in, so this actually has a light to it. But I just got this magnifying glass. Everywhere. So then y'all actually might be able to see this. Because being on a tiny screen. Okay, I'm using this manually. But here, let's see if it'll work. I don't know if that, does that help at all? There you go. There, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, if I bring it up to the phone. Oh, let's try and steady my hand. I could plug this in and there is a light. I don't know if you all can read that. I'll have to look back to see what this says, but it definitely says Mandrake, at least. I don't know what else it says. Let's see. Mandrake, caution. Something. Oh, it has little headphones on it. Yeah, so you had to like take it away from the side of the phone. I don't know if you guys can see like the little headphones and everything, and it like has all the caution text with it. I think that's so stinking cute. Oh, love that. Oh, I'm gonna put that down. And hopefully I don't step on it on the way up. Yeah, I love these little details. That's what I absolutely love about these kits. And so then we get to add the little label to the pot. Ah, go away. I guess earmuffs, not headphones. There we go. So let's add our little label here and fling cardboard everywhere while we're at it. Good grief. Go. Go. Oh no! My Mandrake got stuck. Okay. And then let's attach our label to the little pot. And let's try and get glue off our hands here. There. Okay. Now we can add the Mandrake on top. Oh, this was, oh, interesting. Okay, it's like, see how it's like offset Let's see if I can slide this over. Oh, I can. That was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Because then the Mandrake can fit in this way, and then the label will still be showing. Otherwise, the label will be on the side of the pot, and I don't really want that. So, let's actually put glue on the bottom of this guy. I'm just gonna lather it up, because I'm not really clear how it's gonna fit. And see, like, this is where this glue is actually helpful, because it's, like, so tacky that there's, like, a big glob that sits under it, making it a little easier to fit. Oh, they sized it perfectly. Okay, now I'm getting it. So, see the edge there? They sized it perfectly so that he sits right in there. Oh, that's so helpful. Okay, is that not, like, the cutest darn thing? We still have to put the leaves on, but, like, that's adorable. Little baby Mandrake. Oh my goodness. And like, here's the back of it. I mean, that's just brown, but still. Oh, that's so stinking cute with this little label and everything. Oh, I love that. And then we get to put his little leaf on top. I'm trying to think how best to do that. I might add glue to this side instead. And I might leave this a little tacky for a hot minute. Just like dry this out a little bit. Rainbow styles, yeah, me too. Absolutely love Harry Potter. You're reading the books. Which book are you on? I reread them. Well, now it's actually been a couple years. So by reading them, I do audiobooks, but it was right when we moved to Nashville, so like 3 years now is probably the last time I read them. But yes, I am a massive Harry Potter fan. And I actually just saw that, like, it's not like just saw, it was announced a while ago, but Tom Felton, the actor who plays Draco, is going to be playing Draco, like adult Draco, in the Broadway play Cursed Child. I just saw the dates yesterday. Like, I literally just messaged my friend about this who lives in New York, and I had seen the play with him last year. Like, I took him to see it, and I just messaged him yesterday because I saw a TikTok about it. That I'm like, we need to go see it. So I know that he's gonna be playing Draco November through February, I think. So I'm gonna need to see that. Maybe it's like March, something like that. But like for a couple months, he's playing adult Draco, which is, oh my gosh, I would die. So I'm gonna have to visit and see it. I have seen that play 4 times now. I don't care how many, like every time I see it, I leave and I'm like, yep, I would see that again tomorrow. I just love it so much. Okay. Hopefully he stays, but oh my gosh. This is what I was waiting to make this whole time. This tiny little Mandrake. That is so stinking cute. I'm gonna have to like keep holding that so it doesn't fall off, but oh my gosh. I absolutely love that. That is friggin' adorable. Yeah, his head is, the little plant is falling off, but ugh, too cute. Okay, on that note, I think I am gonna pause here. I have not eaten lunch, so I'm gonna go do that. I might go live tomorrow in the morning. We shall see. I don't know, but be sure to subscribe so that you get notified when I do go live, because I am not at all helpful, unfortunately, in going live and having a schedule or anything like that. I just go live and set it up like 5 minutes before I go live and then just go live because I get the urge to make this and keep working on it. So stay tuned. And yeah, if you're interested in getting it, link is in the description as always with the coupon code. And I also actually just posted a new video this morning on some wool that I made, some rainbow wool that glows under black lights, and it's the coolest thing ever. So check that out as well. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, rest of your Saturday if I'm not on tomorrow. And yeah, have a good rest of your weekend, y'all. Thanks for joining me. Take care.